Hello there, YouTube, and welcome to Sunday, March the 8th. And boy, did this one flat freak out this time. She goes, I've been sad, I've been lonely, I've been missing you guys. I'm getting to go for a walk. Boy, you can tell she's been laying in a dry spot somewhere out there. It's all dusty looking. But yeah, I've been crunching videos. Harley sent us a video and a whole bunch of photos and a few videos that we can use, you know, on our social media stuff. So download, I was having a problem with download as a zip file, and for some reason they wouldn't unpack. Oh, there's the first deer. They wouldn't unpack correctly. So, oh, there's 2 and 3. I don't know if y'all can see that at all. Usually not. But that last one just standing right there in the middle of the road. So I'm just gonna hang out here for. Oh, there's number 4. There may be a whole bunch of them down there. That'd be nice. But they wouldn't unpack correctly, and anyway, so I ended up having to click and download each one individually, and it took forever. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I thought the photos were corrupt. For some reason, it turned out that the zip file wasn't unpacking correctly. And you know, it even has the thing there, you know, to clear your download history and, you know, restart your browser. I guess, you know, it must be a known issue or something, but doing them individually was the trick. So in between all that, so what I decided to do, and I'll release that first as the first video in literally a week, to the day a week. Well, from Sunday to Sunday, I guess that's more than that. But anyway, I'm going to release the going to Daytona, and then yesterday's vlog of coming back from Daytona. So I'll release those first, and then whatever I do here today. So I've already got the video going to Daytona done. That wasn't hard to do. It was just like a normal video because there wasn't really anything going on. And you know, when I met Tall down in the lobby of the, you know, riding Tall, and or traveling Tall down in the lobby, and we talked for a bit. Super, just how you see him on his videos and stuff, that's him. And you'll notice that most of the good vloggers, you know, always seem to be, you know, how they are. I've definitely met some people that aren't really doing anything anymore, that were all show, and it was just all an act. It was just a thing, just, you know, they're looking for views, they're looking for stardom or something. But anyway, going through them photos, you know, it's funny, you go through life and you know things are changing, but, and I've been fighting this basically all winter, and it's just so slow. You know, it was, you know, now I'm kind of stacked up again with work. I hope I do. I hope I didn't give my work away while I was gone. But anyway, you know, I noticed, man, I get burnt out pretty quick, you know. I don't feel that way. But looking at them photos and videos, I'm like, dude, what the heck, you know? And I'm asking Christy and Kelly, and, you know, oh, wow, it's a good sized one just went across. You know, they go, well, I don't, you know, see you every day, so don't really notice it. But man, I've gained some weight. I know number-wise, I know I gained some weight. Actually bigger than what I was when I had the stroke. Was that about 3 years ago? I think it's like 3 years ago this month. Maybe it's even more than that. I think it was 3. Oh, another one. What is that? 6, 7, 8. Getting close enough. We're going, Denny. There's 9. But wow, seeing yourself in photos, I'm like, yeah. And you know, your clothes don't fit you right, and you're uncomfortable in your clothes. I'm comfortable. I mean, running around. You know, the only thing I had with Daytona was, you know, we ran around so much on the day that we were just hanging. Hey, no, there's something down there. I don't know what it is. Why do they got a roll in it? But you know, climbing up stairs and, you know, 90% humidity at 82 degrees, I'd get winded. But I, you know, feel fine. But no, you don't look fine. I need to get one of those. And I noticed anyway, because in the hotel rooms they have these great big mirrors. And I'm going, Kelly, I said, damn, what is going on? How did I let it go like this? Well, I'm telling you right now, things are going to change, like right now. So I've had this knack of losing weight really quick once you get concentrated on it. So I need to get back to eating like a rabbit. You'll feel healthier, and it's healthy for you. Make you live longer. And then, you know, the winter time, you know, you get all the Thanksgiving, and, well, you know, in the Northwest, most kids are born in the latter part of the year, or first part of the year, because, you know, all, you know, things happen when it's nice and sunny and having fun. You know, you're playing in the creeks, and, you know, you're young and get a little spared when it's all nice and sunny out. And then 9 months later, when it's cold and snowy out, here comes little Johnny or little Susie. But yeah, all our kids were late babies, or, you know, late in the year. I think Ryan's the earliest in July. I guess Christy or Ashley's June, so I don't know. Maybe it was the boredom of winter. Oh, somebody come right up on me. That was somebody with the neighbor at the end of the lane. Well, looks like our new neighbors are here. They're down here every weekend. I would imagine they're going to be permanent residents before too long. I don't think I've met him. I've ran into his wife 2 or 3 times. She's super nice. She's usually with the kids, and the kids really nice. And Christy and Eli are, you know, close in classes, so they know them too, and they're super nice. Good kids. Good kids usually come from, you know, like smaller communities, these hometown things. They're not exposed to all that corruption, you know, of the big city stuff. I don't know how our kids came out the way they did after, you know, living in Portland. But it wasn't bad. Portland was really mild when we were there. So we left there in 95, I think it was. 12 years we lived there. 95, 96, somewhere around there. Long time. But anyway, some of these photos and videos are really cool. They got some slow motion stuff, and, you know, I have to look again. So, you know, the first day I rode the street glide down, and then we switched. And, you know, they even said, you know, switch, you know, go from a road glide to street glide, or from a street glide to a road glide, and find another color. And I ended up on red on the 2 wheels the whole time, which is cool. They're beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. But I kept trying to get one of those. I was gonna look up the name of that color. As much as I love that thing, they probably said it 100 times, and I just didn't pay no attention. But yeah, really nice. And then there at the end, when we went going on the trike ride, and we all gathering together. And some of those people are like not trike people, never ridden trikes. I guess in Florida you don't have to have a trike license. You know, a lot of states do. But anyway, it was cool to hear from someone that's never ridden them before. So, and it was funny, the little statement that, God, I hope I didn't say it 100 times, but I probably did. I'll try to edit all that out. How many times you're riding along on that thing and you forget that you're on 3 wheels. Literally forget. It is that smooth. It's when you bank into a turn, you know, it obviously turns different, you know. It's crazy how that thing works. And the, you know, the retuning or whatever they did to the suspension on the Street Glide and Road Glide, and to me especially the Street Glide. I don't know if it's the taller bars or, you know, it's just, I mean, it's only like a couple, 3 pounds. The Road Glide's a little heavier on the front end, although some people say there's no difference, which is very wrong. There is a difference. But the Road Glide, which I ended up spending most time on at the end, was it was noticeably, you know, don't get me wrong, it was absolutely smoother than any Harley I've ever ridden. Like, noticeably, like multiple generations smoother than my Road King, and massively better than my Street Glide, both of my Street Glides. But it felt choppier than the Street Glide did, and the wind protection for me and for Kelly was better on the Street Glide than it was on the Road Glide. But I don't know. I mean, it's just bare facts. You drive that many miles, you notice the difference. But I noticed that you can hear Kelly's mic muffling or buffeting the wind a lot more than she was on the Street Glide. I don't know what they did to that Street Glide, but that thing was so smooth, really smooth. And it just, you know, everything's kind of tightened up on it, you know. It just, to me, it just, I feel like I'm in control. The bars are down in a position where you have more control. People foolishly, and I mean foolishly, think putting great big ape hangers and stuff on a motorcycle makes them handle better. And you couldn't be farther from the truth. I mean, some people, you know, are so tall, you know, like Matt and tall, that, you know, something like that's almost necessary for them. Plus, with the Road Glide, you know, the bars they have on there is not tall enough for them as it is, which is borderline too tall for me, but I'm not very tall. It almost looks short on them. But you have a lot of adjustability with the bars on the Road Glide, where you don't with the Street Glide. You can come back more with them, but going forward, you know, you have the obvious problem of them, you know, going into the fairing. So anyway, it's preference. And right now the Road Glides are definitely popular, hugely popular. And I gotta admit, when you're standing off looking at them, you know, the Road Glide definitely has a more commanding look to it. And that's the bike they use for King of the Baggers as well, too. It's a bummer they didn't, you know, do any better than they did. They still got 3rd place, but I don't know if you guys know this or not, but, and I won't get into that, but Harley had to was forced to make some changes, because if you've been paying attention last couple of years, it's like they dominated. So we all kind of laugh at that, and they're really pushing, you know, the years of existence, and everybody laughs at that too. But anyway, I'll leave that alone. But oh man, did just what I thought we would. Get up this morning, and my first thought is, oh geez, you know, as Jen texted us, what's going on? Did anything change overnight, or you had to keep up on the texts and emails? It was mostly text once we were there, and yeah, there's no emails, and you wake up trying to figure out what hotel you're in, And you look around and you're in your own bedroom. It wasn't a downer, it's just it is a downer because, you know, the excitement of what's going to happen today, because it's, you know, something I've never done before. So what's next? Yeah, it's a lot of fun. The two things that really stick out for Kelly and I was when we had hours to just run off and be free on the three-wheelers, and that beautiful electric blue and a blood orange Road Glide 3 and the blue Street Glide 3. Kelly, her back was hurting, and that Road Glide 3 didn't have the brackets for the backrest. So it was a backrest in the rear trunk on the Street Glide 3. And I said, just ride this. She goes, oh, well, it's all different. It's, you know, I'm afraid it's different. And I said, Kelly, it's not. Well, we're about halfway back, and she's just gushing over this thing. She says that's the most comfortable thing she's ever ridden in her entire life. And I'm here to tell you, it definitely was. Because I rode the Road Glide 3 back, and it has more of a sporty, you know, let's go play a little harder on. Or the Street Glide 3 is, you know, one of the old tri-glides, you know, era sized wise, you know, with the rear tour pack and the big trunk on the back, and it's longer. Oh man, that thing was nice. When Laidlaw put up that video, I watched it before we took off, and it was either sold or something. He couldn't ride it, but he did a close-up thing and talked about it. And jeez, Kelly goes, I hope they have one of those that we can ride. I go, they're not going to have that thing. That thing's probably limited production, and they're not going to let people go out and test ride that thing. You could have knocked me over with a feather when Paul says, this is what you're going to be riding today. Like, holy moly. But once she took off, put it in reverse, backed up, and she goes, oh, it isn't any different, is it? Nope. It's perfect. And she loved it. Being longer, I think, you know, allows the suspension to work a little better, and it's probably tuned a little different, you know, because you're not getting sporty and crazy on the big touring three-wheeler. But man, and we were discussing, you know, how the bars don't fight you anywhere. Not that hers fights at all. I mean, there's already been huge changes, but with that suspension, they steer so easy. And like I say, you absolutely forget you're on a three-wheeler. When you're just bombing down these roads and you're just looking around, you forget. Then you make a turn and it doesn't lean. And you're going, crap, I'm on a three-wheeler. I'm thinking I'm riding along on a Street Glide. And the Road Glide 3 does the same thing. It's just, like I say, it feels like it's tuned to be a little sportier. And maybe that short length does something to it too. I don't know. But anyway, let me get back in here and crunch some, try to get the thing I built last night, the ride home, the trip to there. And then, like I said, I'm gonna have to somehow or another build these things in between just doing the daily vlogs, because I don't want to interrupt that just for a, you know, I can probably say I've vlogged every single day for over 10 years. So I'm gonna do that, and just had they were gonna be in between things. I wish I could use them on the other channel, but that would confuse people that are now used to coming to this channel. So I did that when I did that to the spiders, and when we went to Canada, and the guys at BRP wasn't happy that I did that. They said, you know, I wish you'd let us know, because they were looking at the stats and stuff of the channel, and they're kind of disappointed that I used the Smoak Slog thing instead of, or the Shawn Smoak channel instead of the Smoak Slog, because that's where I do most of my spider talk and stuff. But anyway, Shishi, you got your good walk out here today. That dark cloud that was over there seems to have moved on. But despite that, sunset is at 7:07 tonight, because the clock's changed at 2 o'clock this morning. We got a much longer day. I literally have probably 3 or 4 hours of daylight, which is very nice. But anyway, I hate to make the vlog basically a walk vlog, but we talked about the Harley stuff, which is what I felt like filling in if I didn't talk about it enough already. Still, you could see Kelly when she's explaining things to Christy, just the glow in her eyes. Just how fun that was and how cool the people were at Harley and just the whole thing. And then when you're there in Florida, it's bike week and everybody's riding and happy and no crazy people. I mean, there's crazy people revving up, going up and down the street, blasting their radio and stuff, but that's just, I mean, there's no harm. They're just kind of ripping from light to light kind of a thing, just having a good old time. And never seen anybody pulled over. Some kind of a police action happened one of the nights we were there. I think it was the morning that, yesterday morning we were leaving, but I think it turned out somebody had done something they were hunting for somebody. It wasn't one of the bike week people. It was something unrelated. But man, I hope you guys enjoy them videos, and I hope I can compile those things and render them in a way that you can sense the joy of all that. But watching Kelly talk about it, she just glows. She was just so happy. You talking about probably your #1 Harley fan in the world? It's that woman right there. Boy, she loved them things. She loves the people. She loves the history of it. True history of it. And that's amazing. What do you think, Sasha? Did you enjoy your first walk? You seem a whole lot perkier today than you were yesterday. She was sad, even though we got back. She was still like hurt or something. She was like afraid to get too close to us or something. Has one too many emotions dog. But anyway, I'm gonna roll in. Thanks for listening to me gab there. Well, hello there, you two. Pardon Sasha licking the water bowl, or drinking water out of her water bowl. She's the only dog in the house that cares anything about the cats.
Yeah.
The other ones just walk up, smell them, walk off. And she's almost good. She was sniffing the cat, but she needed to get and smell the rear end, how dogs are.
And Kitty said no.
Yeah. Kitty went, and then it was on. She got a little boot in the butt.
Yeah.
She's doing really good until the last second. Goofy mutt. But yeah, Mama's back in the goodbye vlog again. I think there's a couple, 3 we missed there with her. It was just so crazy, and
it's all right. You don't want to see my ugly face.
Oh, Mama. And she'd be sacked out, or I'd just nodding off, trying to just upload. I wasn't trying to build anything. I'm just trying to get everything sorted, between the 32-bit float from all the mics, and yeah, that's a lot of footage. I can hardly wait to edit all those. That's a lot of stuff. But anyway,
it'll be good.
It'll be fun. It's there's some cool stuff we did.
Yeah,
that was really cool.
Stuff. Yeah.
So I think I mentioned when I was walking, I got all the pictures and videos and stuff that Harley did that I'm allowed to use, like in my YouTube channel or social media or stuff like that. There's a lot of cool stuff in there.
Some beautiful pictures.
Some shocking stuff too. I'm looking at myself on that motorcycle and going, dang boy, you got some work to do. I'm like, wow. Talking about the weight up game.
Oh, stop.
Yeah, that's crazy. But anyway, so I've got, what do I have? Got this one to build. I built the one when we're coming back, which was yesterday's vlog.
Yeah.
Which will still be released today, depending on what time zone you're in. But in fact, I'm about to go in there and release that. And I'll build this. That'll show up in the morning. And then I'll start digging into the first of the ride videos. All of them are massive.
Yeah, there's a lot of content.
Yeah, it's crazy. But anyway, we'll sort it all out.
We'll get through it.
I had one thing with the DJI Osmo Pocket, the Pocket 3. I mistakenly didn't reset the time, so everything on it's 3 hours back.
Yeah, so he's got to sort that
Oh
out to
man,
make it.
because you know it's hard to time code those things in with each other, and there's a way to do the Pocket 3, and I didn't remember. To be honest with you, I didn't even think about it until I'm lining them up in a line by the date and time. I'm like, why? Oh no, that was the one camera I forgot to reset the date on, but that'll be fun. I think
that's the first day.
Yeah, that's the first day.
Yeah.
Whew, that's gonna be a brutal.
See, once you get it done, then it'd be,
Yeah, the rest of it'll be
easier.
Flying through. Yeah, because all the videos, I just line them in the hopper there, and they all line up.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to work tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've gone on a trip and didn't have at least 2 or 3 days to work on the videos. This is, had one day, and I don't know how many times I fell asleep. I think Kelly took about 3 naps. That was a lot of lack of sleep.
That was like 2 days of no sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But oh man, worth it.
Oh,
Holy moly.
Yeah, definitely.
Can't wait till you guys see them. But anyway, need to bail out and work on some more videos here.
Alrighty. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We really do appreciate it. We will talk to you tomorrow. Same Smoak time, same Smoak channel. Don't forget to give a thumbs up. And you guys have an amazing Monday or Tuesday.
Heck yeah. All right.
And we will see you in the morning.
All right, we'll see you then.
Yeah.
I'm sure everybody's going to ask so much, I'm probably not going to get hardly anything done tomorrow. Because they ask, and I love to tell.
Yes, he does. He does love.
But anyway, we'll see you on the way to work tomorrow.
Yes.
Appreciate you watching.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope you enjoy the future videos coming. Boy, we sure enjoyed it.
Yeah,
man,
we did.
That was fan-freaking-tastic.
That was incredible.
Man. Still doesn't seem real.
I know
It didn't seem real while it was going on.
I know it.
Now I get to watching those videos. I haven't looked. I sampled a couple of things, just make sure mics and everything. I haven't sat down and watched any of it.
Yeah.
Just little pieces here and there. I was just trying to get them safely stored so I can get some sort of sleep, so I can do whatever we're doing the next day.
Yeah.
But anyway, see you in the morning.
We'll see you then.
Thanks for watching now. Bye-bye.